Hello and welcome back to the third episode of the Schalke No Fear Let's Play series, The Road to Glory, where we take the fallen giants Schalke No Fear and take them to glory, while using my data sheet, my data Excel sheet, full of the tactic that we're currently using. Um, if you want to see how that Excel sheet works and how I assign my players in certain roles and how I scout players, please check that out. It's linked under this video, so go ahead and check it out. So last episode we checked how we were doing in the January transfer window, and now we're back, and now we're going to see how we did at the end of the season. So before we go there, let me show you just how the end of the season went for us. So the last thing you saw is probably around here that we won a couple of games, and straight after that we won three more games and we already qualified to go for automatic promotion. Then we drew a game, drew a couple of games at the end, which was just unfortunate, but nothing we can do about it. And as you can see in the standings, we became champions with 78 points, which is an all-time high, I do believe, in this league. So we did pretty well, you could say. Sekou Koita actually became our top goal scorer, and as you can see, he improved a little bit. His physicals went up, and he now has 15 finishing and 12 dribbling, which is just fantastic. He was our goal scorer, top goal scorer, and also the top goal scorer of the league. And also, actually, Asan, our youngster, we gave him a new contract at the end of the season. He's now on 26.5k as a regular starter, but he has developed very nicely as well. 4-star potential to 4 to 5 stars still, worth 32 million now. So that means that if we were to sell him, we would get rid of all of the balance that we currently have. I'm really curious what kind of transfer budget we get for next season, but that's just what we have to see. The reason that I wanted to come back here is that I wanted to show you the season review. If I can get it up again, I should be able to, right? Um, oh no, I can't click it anymore. Well, that's a big of a shame, but that's okay. I will just walk you through it. So we did in the end get the promotion. We were crowned champions, as you can see right here. We had the first position and we held it all the way through the end of the season. If we go to squad and then go to general info, you can see, or no, not general info, selection info, you can see right here who did what. So Koita, actually our top goal scorer with 21 goals, 11 assists. Then to Simon Terode and Polter, the two oldies, also having a big help in our winning the second Bundesliga. The same goes for Lasma, who actually got 11 goals in 10 and 21 appearances, which is not bad. And then Asan, who actually got 6 goals and 8 assists in 14 games, is insane stats for the youngster who just turned 18. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him next year. Then let's go have a look at the contract situation as well, because that's very important. As you can see, there's a lot of players with their contracts ending after the season. So we've got Finn Heisenholt, who can leave. Tim all too Todd can leave. Simon Terode is already leaving, as you can see. He's joining Union Berlin. Drexler is leaving, who's a 34-year-old, which we are not really going to use anymore. He does have good stats, but I don't think it is of any use. And Danny Latza, 34-year-old, box to box, who's also leaving on a free transfer. So those are very important players that are going to leave. So we're going to have to find replacements for them. And then also Thomas Callas is someone that I think should leave because he's not really in my plans anymore. So we're gonna have to see if we either get regular starters in or some more backup players. Xavier Maus is also someone who's going to leave, so I will just list him like that, and we will see who wants to pick him up. So that's how everything went here. Let me show you what we did in the Bocal, who won it. So Freiburg won it in the final, which is interesting against Wolfsburg. They did pretty well. We are going to be promoted in the first Bundesliga, and right there we will um, have to face bigger opponents, as you can see right here in the league table. Eintracht Frankfurt, Darmstadt, and Heidenheim have been relegated, and we will go into a very strong league where actually Red Bull Salzburg and Borussia Dortmund didn't go into the Champions League. They're going in the UEFA Champions League, in the Europa League, and in the Conference League, respectively. But this is where we're going to have to battle. I'm not sure what we are going to do because we didn't get our transfer budget yet. We're probably going to get it soon. So let me just sim right through until we get our transfer budget, and then let's have a look what we can do with the money that we've got. So here we are again, guys. We just got in the transfer budget. We did get a lot more in at first, but then we had to switch it up a little bit because our wages also increased since we went up the league. So we have 3 million to deal with, not that much. If we go to finances, we are now positive in the overall bank balance. And why is that? Because we got the season tickets in and also some sponsorship. So what I could do right now is I could ask for some increase in oh, no, I can't ask for more money. That's a shame. Let's see if we can upgrade some of our things around us. So, for example, improve the youth recruitment and the junior coaching. That would be nice. So, 3.7 is not too much we can deal with, but we also renewed some other contracts. I renewed the contract from Baumgartel until 2027. I renewed the contract of Keun, which was a starter for us. And actually, I want to show you something after this. He had a limited release clause of 2.5 million, I think. So we renewed this contract, and he is now worth 8 million. So that's good. And what I wanted to show you is that I got this message right here: signings of the season. Koita got signing of the season, and of course it's a signing we made. Der Keun is a signing of the season, and of course also a signing we made. So that's very, very good. Two of the three signings that we made got in here, which is very nice. Then other than that, I don't think there's anything to show. We're going to have to do something with this transfer budget. I did increase my scouting rates to also include Europe, so we now cover the whole of Europe, not just Central Europe, which is good. And the next one will be the world. So that's just something that I will look forward to. What I wanted to do is I want to sim until this area right here, so around the 1st of July, 2nd of July, when all of these different people leave and all of different other people join our club, and we have a different squad. And I will come back to you with that squad, show you what we're going to do and how it's going to look like, and then adjust and see what kind of players we can get in before that time. So I will see you once again in a bit. So hey guys, here we are again. Just a quick little update how the team is looking. So this is what I filled right in. I'm going to show you some of the transfers. We brought in Jonas Urbik, which is going to be our starting goalkeeper for 4 million. He is a very promising goalkeeper who was already better than our previous goalkeeper. So he's right in. We have sold the other goalkeeper Muller for 2 million to Young Boys. So as you can see, we also bought in Klarer, who is a very good starting ball playing defender for 5.75 million, which meant that Timo Bargato is now on the bench, and he is playing next to Willem Foggy. And we're also trying to sell Callas. So as you can see, we're still missing some things. We also brought in Roger Marti, who's a very old Spanish playmaker. We're playing him as a shadow striker, only 210k on him, and he looks very good for his age. As you can see, as a shadow striker or even as a advanced forward, he has some pretty nice stats, as well as 16 penalty taken, which is very nice to see. So as you can see, the team is almost filled in. We're still missing a little bit of things. We're missing another striker. We're missing an inside forward and a shadow striker here, and a starting advanced forward. I could play Lasme in here, but I don't really want to because I don't think he's good to be enough to be a starter. We are still trying to offload Merkin here. We have a bid for 3 million from him. We are trying to offload Callas and Polter because I want these guys gone. Polter, I'm actually just going to offer out again because I really want him gone. Let's see if we can hire even a intermediary. Let's just go ahead for this one. Let's get him out because if we play, he has 19.2k wages, and I'm not playing him anyway, so he's better off than we are using him. So that's just the update for now. I'm trying to offload some more people. We do have another backup keeper, which I just brought in from our second team, Justin Hirkens, and he is looking pretty good as a backup. So I'm just going to sim through, see what other signings I can make, and I will come back to you on deadline day. Hello, guys, and welcome back. Here we are at the end of the transfer window, the 4th of September 2024. 4 days ago, the transfer um, window closed, and now I am going to show you what kind of business we did. But first, let me show you how I am looking. 25 years old, male, still Dutch, and we have now very good knowledge of Germany, which is nice to see. We also have a national C license, and we're studying for national B license. So as you can see, our attributes have increased a lot. We have gotten a lot more coaching, but more importantly, a lot better mental, which is good to see. Preferred formation is still the formation that we're using. Second preferred formation is nothing because we haven't changed. Games played in my lifetime 38, won 25 of them, only lost 4, so 65% win percentage, which is very, very good. Let's get on to the transfers that I made. Got a lot of offers in for Koita, all around 20 million, but I couldn't find anyone who was better than him, so I really didn't want to sell him. How do I find people that are better than him? I use the data sheet, I load in the players that I have, I use the Excel that I made for it. You can find a video or a link to that video where I explain the data sheet that I use in the comments, so please, please, please check it out and let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. Let's get into what kind of business we did. So we did bring in Klarer right here, a very good starting defender who's on the highest wages I think for the whole team, 40k, but he's really looking very promising. As well as Jonas Urbeck, which is a young goalkeeper, is going to be a starting goalkeeper for this season. Got high expectations of him. Let's see how he does. And then a bargain, Elias Saad, I bought in as a advanced forward for 1.2 million, but look at how good his stats are as an attacking forward. 16 dribbling, 12 finishing, and 14 first touch with great physicals, 16 technique, and okay mentals, which is just perfect. So if he just develops a bit more, he's going to be a elite striker for Bundesliga level. Mid-level, not end level, but mid-level. Then I also bought in Dennis Weisenbasic, which is just a very versatile player, and he's going to be our backup advanced forward. Advanced forward, you may ask? Yeah, look at this. 13, 12, and 13 with 12 passing, 13 technique, and 16 work rate is just okay. It's very good physical, so he will always keep going. Just a very nice player to have for only 1.2 million. And we also bought in Finn Becker, who's going to be a rotational player, can play anywhere on the pitch. Also someone who's nice to have. Very good physicals, good technicals, average mentals, just a good player to have in total. Then we also have Roger Marti, which we brought in on 200k, probably only going to play 1 or 2 seasons for us, then he's already past his prime, but right now doing pretty well. As you can see, 1 goal, 1 play of the month, 7.2 rating is just very good for only 210k. On pretty high wages, or 15 is not that high, so we're just doing pretty well with that signing. Also brought in Franco Vasquez, probably only going to play 1 season, impact sub, just a very a sub player, pretty bad physicals, good technicals, great mentals, so just a versatile, maybe shadow striker which I can use. However, I don't think his physicals are really going to work out, but we'll see. Very cheap contract, so that's fine. Then we also bought in Silas Naka on 8k a week impact sub. Just a basic impact sub because Grindel has left. We needed someone to replace him, and that's going to be Silas Naka, which we brought in on a free. And then, of course, you already saw that last time I tuned in to this guy, Benjamin Linus. We got him last season on a free. He joined after his contract expired at Zwickau. So, very good player to just have running around. Then let's go into the players sold. We sold Derry John Merkin. Didn't really play for us a lot. Wasn't that good. So we just sold him off for 3 million. Danny Da Costa also left. He's a starting right back. Don't get me wrong. But we got someone else. And it's not in a sale. So it must be a young player that we already had. So let me show you in a bit who that is. So sold him for 2.8k. I think we made a nice 1 million profit. Yeah, 1.2 million profit on him. So not too bad. As I already said, Leo Grimel left for Alaves. His contract is expiring. He was mad at us, so I'll just let him go. Very young Austrian player, but we got Christopher Clara in his place, and he's a lot better. Thomas Callas also left. didn't really have a place for him anymore. He was on high wages, didn't want him around. 31 years old, just time for him to go. Then a young player that we sold for 600k actually, Justin Herkins, just some extra money and always nice. Sebastian Polter also left, our old shadow striker, just not very good technicals, great mentally and physically, but it was just time for him to go. Um, then some young players that left, some players on a free that left, and some players on loan, which I have the most faith for. Thailand Bulut, that might make something of himself, but we'll see about that. Let's head into the tactic, because what I want to show you is that Mehet Aydin has come in. On the right back, he was loaned out to Trabzonspor last season, but he's even better than De Costa, maybe a little bit better, a little bit worse, but just on very cheap wages. Very good player, can still improve. 22 years old, he's going to do pretty well in that position, I reckon. Then Gulofongi and Klarer, Gulofongi, which we already bought in last season for 30k. And Klarer in that center of the defense. Derek Keun, of course, still in the left back position. Fabian Kunze, which is one of the best ball winning midfielders in the Bundesliga, in the second Bundesliga, still on his spot there as a defensive midfielder. Then Franco Vasquez, when he's fit, as a strategy striker. Asan, our wonder kid, who is valued at almost 74 million right now. Still on left wing, could still improve a lot, so let's see what he makes of himself. Then, of course, Koita and Saad as the attacking forwards, and then nothing really to mention here. I usually just mess this up, or I switch this around, bring Lasma with me, and stuff like that. Nothing really interesting here. If we just go right here and we go to rest, then you see that almost everything has been filled in. So this is the reserve squad that can play whenever other guys are not fit. A few other things that I want to show you are finances. We currently have 2.6 in our transfer budget, so not much. I'm going to save that up and use it to sign some pre-contracts in January if I can. So we're doing pretty good. Income-wise, we have gone into the positive from negative 50 million. We're not going to keep it there, of course, because that's just not possible. But let's just hope that the prize money that we get from staying in the Bundesliga next season will be enough, since we still have that net debt of 238 million, which is not great, but it's just something we have to deal with. And then let's see how we did in the first couple of games of this season. We did pretty well, let me tell you. The friendlies went well, and then the first game we lost in the DFB Pokal against a very bad Onnesbroek team, which are sixth in the third Liga. So I thought, oh, here we go again. Players have to get used to the tactic. But they turned it around pretty quickly. Just a 1-0 victory against HSV, but then a 4-1 and a 5-1 victory against Bochum and Bayern, which is very promising to me, which meant that we're actually first in the Bundesliga at this point. Of course, we lost against Bochum, and we won against Bochum and HSV. And as you can see in the Bundesliga, that's also teams that we are predicted to beat, because we're predicted to come in 11th. And Bayern no fear was probably just a very good, a hopeful victory of them, but I don't think a lot happened there. So we're just going to be very wary, because Bayern here and then Borussia Dortmund here is going to be very hard games, and I think even Mainz and Hoffenheim are also going to be very, very hard. So that's going to be it. That's how we're doing. What I will do is I will come back on the 1st of January, I do think. But before I leave, let me also just show you the staff that we have, because I'm still hiring 2 coaches, and the head of performance analytics should come in either today or tomorrow. And I brought in some more scouts, that we now have some scout network, I think, in the south of Europe, so in Spain, in Portugal. I also got a scout from the Nordics. Let's see where he is. The Nordics. Here he is. Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Netherlands. So we have some bigger coverage. And I bought in another physio, which is very good. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to be coming back around this area right here, around the 1st of January, right here, after the Christmas break. We're going to see how we've been doing, and we're going to see what kind of players we can bring in the January transfer window. And I might actually let you see a game where the tactic works against the away game against Bochum. But we will see about that. Of course, the players that I will get into my team are all first go through the data sheet. So they're first going through the data sheet, and then I decide who I want in my team. If you don't know how the data sheet works, there's a link to the video that explains it very well. If you have any questions about it, let me know. I would love to explain them to you. And if you want to have the Excel for yourself, let me know, and I will send it to you straight away. For now, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Tune in for the third episode to see halfway through the January window where we are with Schalke 04 and if we already can match with those big Bundesliga giants. I don't think we can, but we can at least try as currently we are first place in the Bundesliga. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed and I hope to see you in the next one. Once again, bye bye.